Average Dude has something to say about...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 42 here. Congress failures. Mitch McConnell filibusters his own proposal. Oh, yeah. It's been a while since I've dealt with politics. Oh, since the election's been over. Commercials. What were those? I almost forgot what commercials were, because I was seeing nothing but political ads nonstop. And all the junk mail and all the calls and all the junk emails. So glad that and we didn't have to hear anything. It was only a matter of time before something that stupid would cross my way, and I would look at the situation and say, yeah, we need to talk about this, because in this case, it's just this dumb. Mitch McConnell. Oh, God, I'll get to him. He's a piece of work. This situation's dealing with the debt ceiling. I'll do an episode, I promise, on the fiscal damn cliff. I'm so tired of hearing that phrase. But one thing that I'm even more disgusted with is the whole debt ceiling issue. You know, the whole raise it, don't raise it, we're going to default, and the government's going to shut down. Yeah, it's that bullshit. Every 4 frickin' months, the people, all the people of America get to be threatened. The government's going to shut down. Great. Aren't we so glad about hearing about that? And since government workers don't work for free, they have to provide for their families. All that would shut down. That would include firefighters letting your houses burn, police letting you get beaten, raped, murdered, killed, who cares? Anything. If you have a loved one that is dealing with a retirement or in a nursing home, forget it, nursing home, stuff like that. You get to deal with all that now. We have been hearing this crap every 4 months, and we're about to, again, it's coming up here near the beginning of 2013. Not looking forward to that, because Congress has learned nothing. Nothing at all. Republicans are stupid, selfish beyond belief, and Democrats will deal with them too, but oh God. Okay, the debt ceiling. We're hearing about this. This debt ceiling issue, let me tell you, it's not about financial responsibility. If you hear about the situation with Mitch McConnell filibustering his own proposal, do not allow yourself to get confused when you're reading these stories about the McConnell proposition. Which one came first? Was it his? No, he came up with a proposition in 2011. That is not what just happened. This is a new proposition that he threw out because he was afraid that Democrats would, and they were going to do something that was he didn't want. Okay, something that you need to understand. It's all about power. It's about who's got the power. Hey, who's got the power? I mean, White House or Congress. That's how our system works. They fight each other all the time. It's a good thing that we have checks and balances. Can you imagine if we had just one person genuinely and truly calling all the wow, we would be a mess. I mean, Congress, the worst of all of them, in my opinion, and the judiciary's god-awful, and the presidency, who I've already talked about. I did my video on Barack, finally, and Mitt and all that, and here we go, back to politics. Hey, Congress fights everyone. Congress is horrible. Congress's approval rating is so far down in the shitter, you can't possibly drill down far enough to find how far they got. Hey, Congress fights with the White House. They don't want the White House to have any power. Congress wants it all, wants it all, wants it all. Hey, Congress fights the judiciary, the courts. That's coming up with the whole gay marriage thing, by the way, in this coming year. That's going to be a big fight between Congress and the judiciary, the Supreme Court. And Congress fights itself constantly. If Congress isn't fighting the White House and the presidency and the executive branch of government, or fighting the judicial system, it's stupidly fighting itself. Because that's what it breaks down to. The enemy of my enemy, okay, we're going to pick a fight with the judiciary. We want to take away their power, we want it for ourselves, and we're going to do it with the White House too. So Congress is selfish. They want all the power. We want the power. And then when they get they're going to fight against it. It's going to be then a Republican, bipartisan. It's going to be that stupid stalemate between. It's nothing more than these bullies wanting more power. And that's what happens. They end up fighting each other. They're such selfish shits. And Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, he's comical as all get, Republican of Kentucky. This dipshit filibusters his own proposal. Okay, the situation. I know I'm repeating myself here, but I'm going to try to... It gets confusing. I want you to understand it. It's really easy to not figure this out. Okay. McConnell does not want the president to be able to raise the debt ceiling anymore, or he doesn't want the White House to have any say in the matter. He wants that power to remain in Congress, where it's more in his hands, or the Republicans' hands, or just Congress in general. But not, we don't want anybody else to have it. Not the president, because we've waged war on the president long enough. So, it got thrown out there, and so he forces the Democrats. He gets on the floor and he throws out a new proposal about, let's go ahead and force the issue. And basically the issue would make the final decision as to whether Congress would keep the power. McConnell was calling the Democrats' bluff. McConnell, being how long has he been a career politician in frickin' Washington? He was counting on selfishness and greed. Don't ever let anybody tell you that politicians are for you. They're for themselves. And he was counting on that. He was counting on the Democrats being selfish just like the Republicans. And he turned it into a rabbit season, duck season situation. It's like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck on Looney Tunes, where Bugs Bunny goes, duck season, and Daffy Duck, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season. And then, of course, Bugs Bunny uses reverse psychology and then goes, rabbit season, and then confuses Daffy Duck, and Daffy Duck stupidly goes, duck season, and then it's duck season, and that's how it's going to be. And then Bugs Bunny goes, okay, and then boom, boom, boom. And so, Daffy, you're despicable. McConnell turned it into that, and the Democrats weren't that stupid. They called his bluff. He's like, I move to let's go ahead and give the president the full power. We're gonna take this power. We're gonna give it to him, and Congress will have no more say in the matter. And the Democrats they almost fell for it, and they reconvened and they came back and let's go for it. And he's like, whoa. But are you ready for the quotes? Oh, God. Wouldn't you love to see that episode of Looney Tunes? I bet we all would. When we grew up watching Looney Tunes, we would love to have seen the episode where Daffy Duck calls Bugs Bunny's bluff. When, okay, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, and then Bugs Bunny tries that whole reverse psychology bullshit and goes, rabbit season. You know what? I wish I could see that episode, and I'm sure a lot of people would too, where Daffy catches it and says, okay, you're right, it's rabbit season, and then Bugs Bunny goes, wait, boom, boom, boom. I would love to see that, because that's what Mitch McConnell did. It all started because Senator Rob Portman, a Republican from Ohio, yay, and 43 GOP senators, they sent a letter to the White House over the situation. They don't want the White House to have power on the situation of the debt ceiling. Quote, for Congress to surrender its control over the debt limit would be permanently surrendering what has long provided the best opportunity to enact bipartisan deficit reduction legislation. Okay, they are not doing this for the people. They are doing it because they want the power for themselves. Not the president, the courts, or anyone else, not you. Quote, out of the blue, McConnell came to the floor Thursday and asked for a vote on the president's proposal. You'll love this. Drum roll. Okay, quote, McConnell was hoping to put Democrats in the awkward position of having to vote for ceding Congress's authority over the debt ceiling to the president. He was bluffing. He doesn't want that. He just wanted to, he wanted to screw the Democrats, and they didn't fall for it. Okay, so we know that the Republicans on Capitol Hill are looking out for Congress's or their own personal interests. What about the Democrats? As I said earlier, nope, Democrats called his bluff. Idiotic bluff. Quote, they returned to the floor and offered to bring the matter up for a vote immediately, concluding that, politically speaking, they would be happy to argue that fixing the debt ceiling permanently was the fiscally responsible thing to do, even at the cost of congressional authority. Hey, wow. Democrats in Congress willing to lose power that they had for themselves. I'm shocked over that one. I don't hold Democrats in that high. I don't have a high opinion of the Democratic Party, and certainly not politicians. I'm shocked. I know why they were doing it, to just simply screw the pooch when it came to Mitch McConnell and the Republicans, but I mean, that's what he was going for, because he's a politician, and never underestimate a politician's personal selfish greed. So Mitch McConnell, his answer to his own proposal. I object. Okay, everybody, so you're probably wondering, what does this all mean? Nothing. Nothing's changed. It was another useless day in Congress. In Congress, this is why the country hates you. You suck. Take care, everybody. I feel for you. Dear heaven above, do I feel for you.